John, what the heck do you mean that time is happening all at once? Next comment that came in, and it's one that I wanted to make sure I came back to because I really think it's important that I answer as many of these questions as I possibly can, because I'm just like, as I say, this channel is me giving my point of view, and if I say something that confuses someone, then I want to make sure I clarify my point of view. So let me just hop in here and read the comment, and then we can go on and we can discuss what I mean. So, hi John, I enjoyed your take on this. You have made several comments on time happening all at once. I have been fascinated by this. Cannot seem to wrap my head around this yet. Is it possible to expand on this subject? Hope there's enough to make a video on it. Thanks, Rick. Well, Rick, there's enough to make a video on it because that's what this is. This is that video. So, time happening all at once. God is unlimited. All possibilities are already in play. All possibilities are in the experience, in the unlimited nature of an infinite God, an infinite source. What happens with us is, as people will often think of the world as linear, and the time is linear. But if you take a moment just to think about this, your past is just a collection of present moment memories. Your future is just a place where you set goals for your next present moment. But you never leave the present moment. You never leave you are always in the present moment. Even that goal that you set, that you achieve, you don't experience it in the future. You experience it in the now. You will never leave your present moment. So time is not something that we travel through. Time is quote unquote traveling through us. But let's talk about that for a second. That's a very physical world definition, and I use it often because of the fact that it gives people a different perspective. But in reality, we're one with God. And since all possibilities are already there for our taking and our experiencing, then in reality, it's not that time is traveling through us either. In reality, what it is that all possibility is lived through us. And so we get to choose. And so what happens is, being only in this present moment, which we never leave, we will always be in the present moment. When we put our beliefs, our faith, and our actions towards an outcome in the present moment, that present moment is realized around us in our present moment. So it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of expression. What are you creating into the world? What are you being? And so what you are literally being, you're a human being, not a human thinking, not a human traveling, you're a human being. I'm being. What are you being? And being is what you think, what you believe, the actions you take. That's what you're being. And that being is surrounded around you in your belief, because your belief is the experience that you're creating from the infinite source of God. So all things are happening at once because all things are possible and all things are infinite. So all possibility is always there. And in reality, we're just here creating experiences through our belief. And so rather than thinking of it even in the constructs of time, because time itself, if you really think about what time is a man-made construct that probably started with two guys in a field. And somebody said, hey, look, the sun just crossed the sky. Let's call that a day. Yeah, but what about those times when it's dark? Let's call that night. So now you've got two different times, day and night, right? And then in the middle of the day when they're awake and they're out there in the field and they're like, oh, man, halfway through the day is, it'd be nice to know what the halfway point is so we know when we're starting to get down to the end of the day. So they go, well, the sun's straight up right now. Let's call that noon. And then it created noon, right? And then they broke it up into afternoons and hours and minutes and seconds and microseconds. And time is a man-made construct itself. The reality of our nature is that we are experiencers, and we're experiencing our belief. And we do this for as long as we believe we can. Now, I don't know whether it's true or not, but you look at the Old Testament, and they're all talking about, Noah and Moses living to 150 or 200 years, and 600 years, and crazy years is a part of our belief system. But is it possible? Sure, it is. If that's your belief, if we all believed that we live 600 years, I'll bet you we'd live longer because we believe it, right? We tend to believe now that we only live to 80, 90 years, and that's where the majority of the world passes away, right? But can that change? When the 4-minute mile was broken, no one believed it could be broken until someone believed it could and beat it. And once it was broken, within 3 months, 3 other people broke the 4-minute mile because suddenly they believed it could happen. So the time wasn't the issue. It was the belief that was the issue. So I would release even the concept of time itself, right? Time is used as, I'm meeting somebody at the diner at 12. Great. But it's the experience of the diner and the friend that you're meeting that's important. The time is just an agreed upon point of belief. And so that's the way I think of time. And in reality, right now, time-wise, I'm 59 years old. I wear Chuck Taylor sneakers. I wear T-shirts. I wear shorts. I wear flip-flops. I drive a big Jeep with big giant tires because I think it's cool. I live my life. And people say, you look like a child the way you live your life. Because I don't, I'm living my life the way I want to live my life. I go to the beach, I drive out on the beach, and I, set my Jeep up miles from anybody else, and I live my life in a way that is just joyful. And it's ageless. And it's a matter of recognizing that we are ageless. Ageless is just time. We're timeless. And, live your life. Live your life without a notion of time. I am living joyfully. I am living happily. I am creating this beautiful experience in this time, in this present moment. Because all things are possible. And if all things are possible, why would you believe your time is wasted? Your time is stressful. Your time is hard. Your time is not getting you where you want to go, or that outcome that you want to achieve is ahead of you. Everything's coming to you depending upon your belief. And as long as you keep believing it's ahead of you, it'll stay ahead of you. Bring your manifestation across time, past time, beyond time, to here and now, and everything changes. So rather than thinking of time as linear in any form, either going or coming, think of it as I am creating my experience, and time doesn't matter. That's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.